Thank you. Thank you, Poker T. I'm aware. I'm aware. It's true. I'm late. I was struggling to figure out how to record this screen, actually. Really weird. Normally I just use game capture. I thought that would work. Didn't. So I used window capture. That didn't work either. So I'm just having to use display capture. So I'll try not to click away onto anything else away from this. But hello. Hello, Pacemaker. Hello, Mousy. How's it going, guys? This is different. This is a little bit different. This is something else. I'm late. Yeah, but I just explained it. It's because I couldn't figure out how to make OBS work for this kind of window. It should work on window capture if not game capture, but it wasn't doing. So, whoops. But hello. Hello. I would prefer if I could not capture quite everything, but I can't get it to work here, so we're just going to run with it like this. Whoa, you were late so much. Hi, Mousy. How are you guys? How's it going? So yeah, this is a little bit different. This isn't gaming. This is more like what we normally do on the channel, kind of talking about movies and TV and that kind of thing. Pop culture. Oh, hey Becca. Hi, Mads in chat. So yeah, this is going to be quite fun. This was a member's idea, so if this goes wrong, blame them. If it goes right, I'll take all the credit, as usual. Calm, Poker T, calm. Being that late's not that bad. You know what is that bad? Thinking that Metapod is an S tier. Jeez, here we go. We're going to be arguing about this today, chat. Now, I decided I wanted to do this in this format. This is maybe not quite replacing like quick list videos, but it's going to be something I'd like to try and do weekly on Wednesdays. It just takes an hour or two. And normally when I see people do videos that are tier listing things on YouTube, they kind of they have people around them to argue with. So I figured since I'm just all alone all the time, it'd be funnier to do it on stream and argue with you guys in chat. Make your own custom category. I should, right? I should have like another level up. It's like pi level P. I don't know how to make it right now though. We'll just do it like this for this week, and I'll maybe check out this site and see what else you can do with it. Hey, Poker T, yes, I know you're there. Hi, Pumpkin Queen Becca. Yep, that's her. That's what she's known for by you guys for some reason. I love arguments. We argue in chat anyway about random things in a light-hearted way, I hope. So we're basically going to do that weekly for different things. So first order of business, if you guys have any suggestions for tier list streams like this that you'd like to see for other things, other categories in the near future, then let me know, because I am planning on trying to do these weekly. So we need a lot of ideas. There's a lot of good ideas on this site. This is just tierlists.com, and people can make whatever they want. I haven't tried making a template or anything like that yet. So I will just look at ones that are popular and are good, and that I know enough about to argue with you guys about for a couple hours, like Pokemon, like the original Generation 1 Pokemon. So let's just, right, if you guys have any, real preferences here, let me know. I'm just going to go from the start for now. So Bulbasaur's a good boy, but he's, he's the lesser of the 3 starter Pokemon. I'm thinking for now I'll leave him there, okay? I can kind of move these about as we go along, but I'll get going and you guys can start screaming at me. Pieman, do all the Ben 10 aliens. I don't know if there's I know there is more than 10, but I only kind of watched the original show, so I don't know many more than the actual original 10. So I'd be a bit clueless. Do you know what a Nuzlocke Pokemon run? Oh, do I know what a Nuzlocke Pokemon run is? Isn't that where you just have that in whatever generation that is? I don't know a huge amount about the more recent gens. That's why I'm doing Gen 1. I kind of maybe know enough about Gen 2 to argue my way through that. So I could do that at some point. But B for Bulbasaur. Yeah. He's all right. He's okay. Let's just... I think this is a good way to start, okay? We'll go... Just put that there. And then put that there, okay? So we can argue and change these as we go through, but that's a pretty obvious starting point for me. I think that's pretty clear cut. As far as the games go, if nothing else. That's pretty clear cut. Name the 10 aliens. Do you want me to name the original Ben 10 aliens right now? Oh no. Diamond Head, Ghost Freak, Forearms was just his name, right? Was Cannonball one of the original 10? I can't remember. Wow. Wow, I'm not as good as I thought I'd be. Um, the tiny guy, Grey Matter? Grey Matter? That's actually hard. There was 10 plus 7 minus 1. Was there? Because Squirtle is worse than Blastoise. Oh, you would move all of them down 1 because Squirtle is worse than Blastoise. True. It's kind of hard to know with these tiers. Like, do we want an even number of Pokemon in each tier at the end? Or do F and S have to be more exclusive than that? That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I think they are all distinctly on separate tiers, but yes, it's hard for things that evolve into better versions, bigger, badder, better versions, to get on S tier, I suppose, if you want to make it quite exclusive. Yeah, I can't name all 10 aliens. I'm struggling with that. Forearms is always a really good one. I'm trying to think of like the game, the original Ben 10 Wii game. What did you use in that? But I can't. It's been too long since I looked at any of it. We're E tier? What's E tier? Oh, where is it? Yeah, I don't know. This template just didn't come with one, and I haven't actually checked out how to add or take away things yet, so this is a basic preliminary one of these to see how it goes. But so for now, I think that's a good starting place. I think it's pretty obvious. I'm not gonna hear any arguments about that one. Blastoise is so good. Blastoise is so good. I'm more willing to hear arguments about Charizard. Charizard's very good as well. But S or A? I'm not entirely sure. Click the setting button. Oh, I don't want to mess around with it too much. What, like to click these setting buttons? That's not doing anything. So, alright. Charizard A? I don't know. I feel like both Blastoise and Charizard, once you get to that stage, they're both bingus. Big boys. Any legendary? B? Mousy thinks B for Charizard? What? No. Charizard's definitely not going on B. Charizard S tier. I'll leave him to the side for now. It's very difficult. We can skip to some random places. I don't want to just do all of the start ones first. Do you guys want me to do it by type? Oh my gosh, so many. I could do it by type. We could do some of the... Let's do grass first, okay? Let's do grass first. So Ivysaur is pretty clearly... I mean, he's better than Bulbasaur. By Ivysaur, you're already getting a lot of the things I really like about Venusaur. So I'm not saying they're definitely on the same tier, but I definitely think Ivysaur's a tier above, so I'll put him there for now. I just think, I don't know, I don't love grass types in general. 100 Thieves did this and put Ninetales at F tier. Blasphemy. I agree with that. Though I'll say that, just so you guys are forewarned about this, when it comes to Gen 1 at least, I'm not that wild overall about fire type. I like Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. They're cool. But you talk about Vulpix, Ninetales, Ponyta, Rapidash, Growlithe, Arcanine, Magmar... I don't go crazy for any of them at any point, so I don't know. But certainly, I'm struggling. I don't know if I really like Venusaur as much as like Squirtle. We've kind of got our bases here. Oh wait, maybe we should actually make sure we have one on each level. What goes on F? That should be a pretty easy answer if I can find him. Ah, there we go. Yeah. All right. So let's get our bits that are... Oh, Ninetales and Arcanine, though. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to put them on low tier, like really low tiers or anything, but I don't go wild for any of them. They're kind of B tier max, probably, for me. Arcanine's pretty cool, but, yeah, I don't know. Magikarp goes straight to F tier. It's got to. It's got to. It's the worst one, guys. It sucks so bad. Since we're actually marking... If you were just doing base Pokemon... like before any of them have evolved and not doing the evolved versions, you'd put Magikarp higher because Gyarados. But just Magikarp as itself, no, it's bad. That's bad. Tier list of Godzilla monsters. We could do that one. There are quite a lot of them. That's true. Venusaur is crap. I don't know. It's such a rare thing in game terms for me to ever get Venusaur. Any run that I choose to start with the Bulbasaur, I normally don't get that far through. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Venusaur's really A or B. Have a think about that one. Crap. Becca feels strongly about this one. That's fair. Venusaur's not great. Okay? He's not great. I think Ivysaur has so many of the things that you like about Venusaur already, and then Venusaur's just a bigger, kind of uglier version of him, for me. Yeah, he's got the big flower, but that's dumb. It's kind of dumb. I'm not. I might actually just put him on the same or lower tier as Ivysaur. Ivysaur might be better, guys. But we can come back to that, see what you guys think. Caterpie. I do actually really like Butterfree. I feel like because it's in-game terms again, it's so easy to get this fully evolved version of quickly in the game because you can catch a Caterpie so early. I think B for Venusaur. We'll maybe put Venusaur on B for now, okay? I can see that. I'll put him on the same as Ivysaur. You like Spearow? Oh, I'm not that huge a fan of Spearow or Fearow. I probably like Spearow more than Fearow, honestly. Fearow, I don't know, he's pretty good. He's got some good stuff about him, but he's just so ugly. You'd never have sex with a Spearow. I mean, but you would, there are some Pokemon that are, more attractive than others. You gotta admit this, guys. It's true. Caterpie feels like a D. It's definitely worse than Bulbasaur. And then Metapod's probably F. Metapods suck. Metapods suck. It's really bad. You guys can tell me what you think about that, but it's really bad. You agree with those? Yeah. Oh, I should mention I've tried for the first time today, like ultra low latency on the stream, so you guys could let me know if the quality does dip because of that at all. It just means that the stream gets to you guys faster. So you can respond faster, because this is like a much more interactive thing than most of my gameplays would be. I think that's right. And then I don't know. Metapod can't walk, so it sucks. True. Kakuna also F? Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Kakuna can go F, and then Weedle... I don't feel like Weedle quite deserves an F. I'll maybe put him on D. Weedle's pretty bad. X-rated Pokemon. Irish girl. I'm not saying that I want to have sex with them. I'm just saying that I definitely don't want to have sex with a Kakuna. That's all I said, okay? Do I want to have sex with a boss? Maybe. I don't know. You can't. It doesn't matter. Don't. Don't. Oh, Grey Matter, Heat Blast, Forearms, Stinkfly, Ghost Freak, Wild Mud, Accelerate. Oh, yeah. Diamond Head, Ripjaws, Upgrade. Upgrade? Yeah, okay. I think I was mixing up Upgrade and Ghost Freak in my head. And then Season 2, Eye Guy, Ditto, Frankenstrike, Way Big, Upchuck, Shero, and Benwolf. I don't remember all of those Season 2 ones, so I would definitely have to watch some of it back before I start doing a tier list for those. I remember Cannonbolt and Wildvine, I think. Anyway, yeah, no, you guys are right. These two, they're bad. They're real bad. The fact that you evolve from Caterpie and Weedle, and then it's even just the wild ones. Wild Metapod and Kakuna don't have any move except for Harden. How are you meant to raise them from that? You just can't. You have to catch them as a Caterpie or a Weedle. So, they're done there. Now, getting some of these evolved ones here. I really like Butterfree. It's probably not actually as good as Beedrill for fighting, generally. Butterfree's got too much. It's got Poison Powder and Sleep Powder and sometimes some Paralysis move. Sometimes it's just got too much that's not actually offensive. You talk about show terms, Butterfree's pretty cool, though. I don't know. I'm torn. I would normally prefer having a Butterfree over something like an Ivysaur. But does it go A tier or B? Pokemon Fire Red, finish it. Dude, I can't even describe to you. If I was to do, and I probably will at some stage because I'm mental, and I've already done a 10-hour finish it. If I was to do like a 20-hour finish at some stage, I'd love for it to be Pokemon Fire Red. The problem is, it'd be better as a Sunday stream, because sometimes you just gotta sit and grind. Doing that on a finish it, just grinding levels, would be rough. Whereas if I can do it in between weeks, it'd probably be better. Be more enjoyable for everyone involved. But yeah. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Poker G. Not going to read some of those out. Butterfree is an S tier? I, I don't think it is. Though, to be fair, I feel slightly biased against grass. I'm not sure what I would put S tier out of grass. Grass isn't a great type. It's not. It's bad. I'd be willing to leave Butterfree on A for now. See what you guys think about that. You're doing a Nuzlocke run for Pokemon Emerald? Impressive. No, Butterfree at B. I don't know. You're probably right in how useful it is. Butterfree's not more useful than these guys when it comes to grass Pokemon. I just like Butterfree more than them. But yeah, the fact that Butterfree, despite flying and stuff, it doesn't really, you can't teach it fly or anything in games. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. I saw Butterfree in a death battle once. It won with a Lucario. Oh, okay. You're on about the red fish. Why is he an F tier? Because he literally is the worst. If I had to rank them from 1 to 151, Magikarp would be 151. He's the worst. Without a doubt, he suck. Butterfree is not better than Charmander. Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. Maybe he does belong on B. I don't really like Charmander Evolution. You don't like Charmeleon or Charizard? Dude, but Charizard, though. Charizard, I mean, I'm kind of torn between S and A for it, but it's up there. It's really good. Oh, Beedrill. Beedrill's another grass one. See, Beedrill, I don't like it as much as Butterfree. It's obviously not as nice looking. It's pretty rough looking, but it's better. It is better at fighting and things like that than Butterfree would be, so I'm kind of tempted to put it on B tier as well. I think we're going to load up B and C tier. It's going to be like a bit of an exponential thing. Loads on B and C, less on A and D, and only a few really on F and S. Actually, I hate a lot of these things. They're probably going to be a lot on F. That just means Charmander is a 2? Charmander is a 2? Blasphemy from Mousy there. B or A? What, for Beedrill? I don't think it's an A. I just don't like it enough for an A. It is pretty good at fighting. I'll maybe leave him on B for now as well. It's tough. What's the next grass one? I guess we can do Ekans and Arbok. I mean, they're not that bad. They're not great. I'd probably put Ekans like there. I think. Not sure if I prefer Arbok though. A 2? Charmander is a 2? I don't know what you mean, Irish Girl. Where Pika? Oh, Pikachu's over here. It's just, it's been done for whatever number they get in the Pokedex. So the starters go first, and then Pikachu and Raichu are a little bit later. Ah, listing. Yes, we're doing tier listing. Charmander and Butterfree both A. I don't know. I think I definitely prefer Squirtle to Charmander, but I don't think Squirtle should really go S. That's why I kind of put Charmander a tier lower. But yeah, possibly. We could put Charmander and Butterfree both up one. I don't get Beedrill very often. Me neither. I'd normally get, if I want a grass type around that level of the game, I'd get a Caterpie and then get a Butterfree because I just like it more. But Beedrill is useful. The moves it gets, it's probably better than Butterfree. It could probably beat a Butterfree in general. As in, oh, A2. Sorry, Irish Girl. I was not reading it like that. Yeah. There's a ban alien called the Worst. Really? Beedrill S? I don't think Beedrill's an S. It's good, but it's not very nice looking, and it's not that good. I don't think it's an S. I've never played Pokemon. I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh person. I played quite a lot of both. I'd love to rank a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something from the original show, or that'd be really fun as well. But I think, okay, maybe we'll try this. Maybe we'll put those two up there. I think in terms of grass, because I'm not probably going to put many grass Pokemon on S, but I think Butterfree is one of the ones I really do like quite a lot. I'm quite happy to have him in my team of 6 if I needed grass, especially early in the game. Arbok at C. Arbok at C. Yeah, I mean, Arbok definitely is better than Ekans. It's a bit rough to put him on the same one as Bulbasaur. I don't dislike Bulbasaur that much, but yeah, maybe we can put Arbok on C for now. You guys just keep arguing about these as I go along, and I'll come back to change them around. Right, what else is grass? Ooh. Ah, I guess all of these are kind of grassy, poisony type stuff. I don't know what you're posting there, Booker T, but okay. Vileplume is probably my favorite grass. Vileplume is really good. Vileplume's got to be an A, at least. Vileplume is... it's underrated as well, because it does have pretty good moves. It gets... Out of the grass ones, that's one of the ones that get better moves. Oh, that's a whole thing about that alien? Okay, cool. It's off the Ben 10 wiki. Okay, well, you don't need to post whole sections of the Ben 10 wiki in this right now, but okay. Right, I don't dislike any of these. I do feel like it's pretty fair to put Nidoqueen and Nidoking on A. I don't know if either is actually an S tier, but they are both. They're tough. By the time you actually get to them, they are tough. The rest of them are a bit whatever, really. Yeah. There's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards from Season 1 that have the old art for the card. I have some. Yeah, I used to have a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I sold some of them when I got a bit older. I probably still have a box sitting around here somewhere. But I don't know how many of them are original art and stuff anymore. I probably just damaged a lot of those when I was young and first got them. A need and A want aren't the same. True. True. I think you'd have to put Nidoqueen and King on the same level. Yeah, I mean, I don't normally get them in the game, but if I was, I don't really have much of a preference between them, I don't think. I probably prefer Nidorina over Nidorino, but again, I don't know if it's enough of a difference to put them on different tiers here. Not really. I think it's pretty fair to... Maybe... I'd be tempted to put both Nidorans on D and put these two on C. I really don't feel anything, particularly not enough to put them on the same as Ivysaur, Venusaur for Nidorino and Nidorina. Maybe leave them there for now, like that and that. I don't know if any of those four is worth a B, honestly. But, let me know what you guys think. Honestly, Nidoran's only useful for poison. Yeah. Moves in general, specific moves that I think, oh yeah, that's great. I don't think any of those six is having something really, really great. Nidorina maybe gets like Fury Swipes. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Can be, anyway. Poker T, stop posting random stuff like that. Right. I guess we can do Zubat Golbat right now with the grass ones. I mean, right. Here's the thing, okay? I'm not saying that Zubat is totally useless, terrible, and I really hate him, and he deserves to go in F tier. But sheerly because if you've ever played Pokemon Red, you will have run into, in the caves, when you're just trying to figure out your way through it, a countless number of Zubats. And it becomes the symbol of your frustration and irritation at the game. That makes me tempted to put Zubat on F. I hate him. I hate him. But because you hate him, because he's got like supersonic and some things that can really annoy you, does he really deserve F? It's rough. D. Zubat F. Oof. It's tough, because it is a bit mean to put him on F, really. But then again, it's a Pokemon. Doesn't have feelings, so... Get out Zubat and Golbat C. I see. The original art of the Ryoku card, I sold it for over $1,600. Wow. I think... Right, okay. We're just gonna... Golbat C... Yeah, I mean, Golbat's not actually that bad. I'd never really bother getting him myself. But he's not that bad. I get, like, it would be harsh to put him on this tier, looking at it right now. Just because he's an evolution, he's a bit better in general. I could maybe leave him up there. That feels right. That feels okay. I got it one time. Well, a Zubat or a Golbat. It's fine. It's got some decent moves. It can do some good stuff, but I don't know. Everything that it can do, I just prefer to get from somebody else. All the grass, the poison, the flying even. I don't even know if you can teach it fly or anything like that, but I don't think it's great. I evolved it and never used it. Yeah. No, definitely. If you've ever done a run where you actually try and get every single one, which obviously you needed to trade for back in the day. Well, that's why I never managed it. Farfetch'd D tier. Well, he's flying. We'll get to him. But oh, right. So these are next. Now, I agree with what Becca said earlier. Vileplume is one of the few grass types I would maybe consider going as high as S. I'm not convinced, but just looking at grass types throughout this, it's probably the only one I would consider, so maybe I will. Maybe I will be a bit friendly. A bit friendly. I'm not trying to fuck a Vileplume, I'm just saying. Okay, for now, you guys argue about where you think. But in terms of moves that it can get, in terms of how rewarding it feels to get to it, it's one of the ones that you have to get quite a high level, really, to get that. And you can't catch Oddishes all that early. And because Oddish isn't great, it takes time and effort to gain the experience for it. I do like Vileplume. I really do. Vileplume S is fair, best grass there is. I think it is. The thing is, Bulbasaur is just the worst of the starters, so it doesn't do that much for the grass types. A lot of these other grass types, you look at these things, you look at even Scyther, those guys, just nothing here that's all that great, is there? And they don't have a legendary bird for grass type, because grass is the worst type. Yeah. Gotta go, no worries, Peacemaker. I've never had an Oddish, really. I recommend it, if only because Vileplume is great. And if you want a grass type to go all the way to the Pokemon League with, I'd say you probably want Vileplume over Venusaur or anything like that. But Oddish is quite crap. I like Oddish, it's cute, it's fine, but Oddish is quite crap. It might be slightly harsh to go D. It feels slightly kind to go C, though. I think Gloom is probably a pretty clear kind of B option. Approximately, yeah. Oddish, I'm not sure, C or D. I hate Paris. That's next. I hate Paris. It's, not great. It's not great. Paris and Parasect. Parasect might be even worse. Look at Parasect. What a mess. What is that thing, huh? Oh, you got your COVID shot, Retro Viber. Congratulations. I have not. I'm still trapped inside with no friends, so I'm using you guys to argue with about these things. Parasect and Paris are bad. Where's Psyduck going? Now, Psyduck's pretty good. Psyduck's pretty good, but he's so annoying from the show that I can't put him high. I can't put him highly. He's so annoying in the show. So I'm not sure yet, but we'll do them by type. So I'll finish off these grass ones and then maybe do water or fire next. Psyduck F. That's probably harsh. Maybe though. Psyduck in the game is he seems to have quite a high HP rate. It's hard. Him and Slowpoke, a few of those water ones, they're just sturdy. They're just hard to knock out. So F is probably harsh for Psyduck, but because of him in the show, it's an option. We'll think about it. For now, Paris is probably F. Paris is so useless, you can't get him that early, so you never even think about him. Maybe Parasect F as well. I hate them, guys. I do not like them. I really feel so little, and then Parasect, that design, that's what Paris evolves into. Not F, better than that. Yeah, it's probably harsh. It's probably harsh. If you watch the show, Psyduck annoyed you, right? But F is probably harsh. Look at this F tier. It's brutal. Where is Togepi? Oh, that's not a Gen 1 Pokemon. That was Gen 2, I think. Boo, Psyduck. Okay. Oh wait, I didn't put Oddish down. I might. I'll cruelly leave it on D for now. Booback, oh my god. Proper fights. That's what tier lists are for, guys, for war, but it's all in good fun, mostly. Yeah, I think that's okay for now. Oddish it's pretty bad. It's pretty annoying to raise it into a Vileplume for me. I don't like doing it. You know what I quite like, even though I never get it or hardly ever think about it, it is quite forgettable. It is Venomoth. Or Venonat. That's Venonat, that's Venomoth. It's just, you very rarely see them, even in the game. And they're kind of just, whatever. If you want something that looks like a moth, you get Butterfree or you get Beedrill or... But I don't feel any animosity for it like I do for Paras and Parasect. I hate them. Where would Togepi be? I mean, Togepi's just show performance is adorable, right? It is useless if you get it in like Pokemon Silver or Gold. It's pretty useless as a creature, but it's so adorable in the show that you'd have to at least give it a C, I think. Ish. It's useless, but it's so adorable. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking for now, because I don't actually feel anything that good about them, I just don't dislike them that much, probably like that and that for those two. That feels about right. There's nothing they've got that's all that special, and because they don't come in early in the game, you never think about them. Never. There's no need to. There's no reason to. What's next in grass terms? C? For which one? For Togepi? Yeah, probably. It's hard to put something that you don't actually want in a fight higher than C. I don't particularly look at any of these guys and think, yes, I want that in a fight. These guys I'm starting to think, yeah, no. I might not love them that much, but they're pretty good in a fight. And then these guys you love. And those are fucking... I would have to be, to go put something in S tier, I think I'd have to be at least willing to bring that as one of my 6 for the Pokemon League in the game. Regardless of anything else, that's the thing that matters most to me. If I'm not going, yes, that is what I want, so it probably is only fully evolved things that'll make it to S tier. If I'm not thinking I'd like that in my team of 6, doubt it's going to get there. I doubt it. But anyway, what's next in grass? I guess we can do more poison ones. I mean, Muck and Grimer, again. I feel nothing. I don't particularly feel animosity. They are quite sturdy as well, which helps them. They are sturdy boys. But they've just got poison. They'll poison you. It's annoying as shit to battle. Do I ever particularly want to use a Muck or a Grimer myself? Not really. Not really. But you can't deny that Grimer's first, right? Grimer, then Muck. You can't deny that Muck is good to have. Yeah, I was going to say B, Becca. I think you're right. I think sturdiness, being able to poison them, and then just hang in there because he's got so much HP. Grimer D. Yeah, I'm kind of torn. I don't think Grimer goes F. C probably would be kind, so maybe. I think Muck B is fair. I don't love him personally, but do you want him on your side in a battle? Yes, much more than you want him against you. He's just a sturdy, poisony boy. Yeah, I'm not convinced that Grimer really deserves a C though. He's not that sturdy. Muck is sturdy. Grimer, not really. I guess not by the time you get to that point in the game. When you come up against the Grimer, you're easily able to beat him with whatever you've got, especially if you've got something water. Doesn't deserve either C or F. That feels cruel. That feels kind. He's not as good as Bulbasaur. Oops. So yeah, no, I think that's a good call. I think, yeah, you guys seem to agree on Muck B. I probably won't be paying attention all the way. That's okay. That's all right. You playing something up there? What's next? Oh, yeah, these are shit. Shocking. Execute and Executor are garbage. I don't like them. I can't deny that Executor is, again, quite tough, quite hard to take down, so maybe deserves as much as a C, but I don't want him on my team. No. No point do I want either of them on my team. Execute, I'm torn between D and F. F is probably cruel, but I mean, Execute is useless. What do you want an Execute for? Nothing! Nothing at all. Execute F for sure. Maybe so. Maybe so. Oh, hi, Ross. This is tier listing. This is a new thing I want to try on Wednesdays. It's not gaming, but it's judging things. It's sitting here and judging things together and arguing about it in chat. F for both, Mousy. I don't know. I don't think I can put Executor in F. I don't want him. I don't like him. He looks dumb. But he's pretty tough to take on. We could maybe go FD. We could maybe go F and D. Oh, it's harsh. It's harsh, but oops, it is. It's harsh, but that seems about fair, honestly. Yeah, okay, we'll stick with that. So yeah, Ross, if you know anything about Pokemon, then come and join us in judging them. Right, what's next? Growl again. I have a bad experience with them. Oh dear. Okay. I think coughing and wheezing are in the same boat as Muck and Grimer, but they're A, not as sturdy, and they're B, more annoying. They're more annoying looking. Wheezing looks like some sort of cancerous lump. Charizard in B? Ross, you can't put a Charizard in B. No way. He's better than any of these guys. It's Charizard. Just the mixture of different types of moves, because he can get normal type moves, he can get, scratch and stuff, he can get fly, he can do, I think, like Steel Wing and some tough flying stuff later, and he's got all the like big badass fire moves, I think he's better than B. Coughing D, wheezing C. Yeah. I like the design of Coughing well enough, and he is good enough already with his moves that you can't really put him in F. But I don't feel much about him. Wheezing, C. Yeah, I don't particularly want him on my side in a fight like I do with Muck. So that could work. That could work. You've never watched or played Pokemon. Ross, they're so good. So good. Where Onyx? Onyx is down there somewhere. We'll get to him. Yeah. Onyx is good, but I don't really love him. I've got preferences. Strange preferences, actually, as you might find it in Rock. But we'll get there. Wheezing C. Yeah, okay, I'll leave him there for now. I'm still a little dubious. I'd almost be willing to put him on D as well, because I don't feel like he gets a huge amount better. He does get more sturdy, but his design is so much worse. I hate his design. I much prefer Coughing's design. I had Pokemon Pearl, actually, on the DS. Oh, Pokemon Pearl, I had good times with Pearl. I kind of had... I was only playing the DS. I wasn't going back and playing Game Boy games when I was... What age would I have been? 10, 11, maybe? And I got Pearl, and that was the first Pokemon game I'd played in a while, and it was great. It was a great time. Where are we down to in the grass types? Oh. Tangela. Is there anything stupider than Tangela? It feels like it should evolve. I think in the later gen they do add an evolution to it. I always feel like it has one. And then I remember, nope, there's not one there. Tangela is F. It might be slightly harsh. But because it doesn't evolve into anything, that's what you get. That's all there is to that. Maybe we'll leave it on F for now. Becca feels passionately about that one. That's fair. It is, what else? Oh, Scyther. You know what? Scyther's pretty good. Scyther is, as far as these one-offs go, I prefer Scyther to Electabuzz or Magmar or Pinsir. I like Scyther. I'd maybe go as high as B for Scyther, because if you said, do you want Scyther in your team, generally, just have him around, I think I'd say yes. And B or maybe even A. A seems kind. Who do you think is disappointed with their own transformations? I think Coughing, definitely. You look at Coughing, and then and then he sees that he's going to grow up into a Weezing, I think I'd be disappointed if I was a Guffing. Okay, we'll put Scyther on B for now. I like that. I think that's good. I think that's generally... Honey Badger would kill any of these. Huh. Slowpoke? What about Slowpoke? Slowpoke's around somewhere. I mean, it's also... Slowpoke and Slowbro were so annoying to take on. They have a lot of HP. When you're actually using them in the fight, they're not all that great. If you get up to a Slowbro, probably got a good mix of Psychic and Water and like Headbutt, that it's pretty good. But it's not something I'd normally get. But we'll get to that. Yeah, no, I'm happy with Scyther at B. That seems pretty fair. Slowpoke disappointed? Oh, about evolving into a Slowbro. Yes, he should be. And then in later gens they added Slowking. I'd be even more disappointed with that. That's weird. Don't like any of the evolutions of that, obvious. Not really. You know what? Grass does get short shrifted. As much as I'm not a fan of it in general, Grass gets fucked. They don't get a legendary bird. It's water, electric, fire, and they don't get an evolution. They don't even get one later, do they? Do they eventually give one? They must eventually have given one. I haven't paid enough attention in years to really know for sure, but they did water, and then electric, and then fire, and then they started adding in Umbreon and Steelion or something. They started doing dark and metal versions of Eevee before they did a grass type. Oh, and they did a psychic one as well, right? I think they did a psychic one as well. Also being eaten alive. Yeah, it is weird, right? The giant rock snake is A. Oh, Onyx. Onyx is pretty great. It's hard to deny that he deserves a high spot. I'm torn between B and A. But yeah, we'll get to him. Let's do it by type. We're finishing grass off. Anything else in grass? I guess... No, Pinsir's kind of more normal type, right? We'll leave him. And Taurus is kind of normal type as well. There's not a lot of grass in the later bits. No, I think we're right down to Bellsprout and these guys. Squirtle, anything other than S tier is heresy. Oh, whoops. Here's the thing. Squirtle's just Blastoise is so much better. You know, it's on another level. I've kind of set up in my head, right, just so you know if you just didn't hear earlier, I've kind of got in my head that I'm thinking about this more in terms of the game than the show, and S tier is reserved for the ones that I would want in my Pokemon League Final 6. One that I'd be really willing to bring in, you know? Ditto is Secret Invasion, yeah it is. Bellsprout, etc. Yeah, these are the last ones. Bellsprout D. I'm sorry, Ninja Spartan. It's just... It's S is very, very... It's reserved for basically higher evolutions of things, I think. Because it's the highest evolution you want to be bringing into the Pokemon League. You know? You don't want to bring a Squirtle into the Pokemon League. You want a Blastoise. But it is A tier, because Squirtle is great. It's the best of the beginning 3. No question. You always want to begin Pokemon Red with a Squirtle. So, Victreebel A, to be honest. Its HP is good. I didn't know that, actually, all that much. I do agree that Bellsprout is, like, DF territory. We'll maybe leave him on D for now. Victreebel, I guess because he's an evolution, he can go C. I don't like his design all that much. But I guess we could put him there for now. It's kind. It's kind. Victreebel, though, I wouldn't think of him as an A. I don't mind putting him on B. I honestly wouldn't pick him in my head as like I'd pick these ones from Grass. No, you're right, B. Yeah, do I want Victreebel on my team? Sure. Am I that eager about it that I want him on A? Just go DCB for them 3. Okay, what type do you want next? I think that's all the grass. Quick extra scan. Yeah, no. Okay, let me know what type you want next. I'll drink some water. He's not better than Venusaur. It's true. It's true. No, for me, in grass types, if I'm getting a grass type to bring to the Pokemon League, which I wouldn't always, I don't feel like it's entirely necessary, but it's probably going to be Vileplume. I like Vileplume a lot. Electric next? Okay, Electric next. All right. Well, as much as I've been talking about S tier being reserved for the ones I'd actually want to bring to the Pokemon League, I mean, it's pretty freaking hard to justify not doing that, right? It's you kind of have to. It's so good. It's so good. Honestly, that is much like Ashton the show. Anytime I get a Pikachu, as much as I want to fill in my Pokedex, I've caught every type. I'd want Pikachu over Raichu. That's one of the few times where, and quite apart from anything else. Yeah, you're right, Beg. That's what I'm saying. Nostalgia. It just, you have to put Pikachu there. Pikachu, hey, come on, Micey. You just have to. Do I want to bring a Pikachu to the Pokemon League? Not especially. But these are different circumstances for him. I was tempted when Ninja Spartan was talking about it there to move Squirtle up to S, but Pikachu you have to have on S. Raichu, not so much. Raichu, overall, once you get to him, you're not thinking about nostalgia as much. You're thinking about, how good is he, though? He's alright. He's okay. He's alright. I'd probably go B? Do you want Raichu on your team? Sure. Absolutely. Good moves. Good electric moves. And electric's quite rare as a type. So, because you can catch a Pikachu early, even though it's hard to catch him in Viridian Forest, you can. Raichu is a good one. Do I want him on my team? I do. So he probably goes B. Right? Raichu B. Whoa. You seem to have a lot of disbelief in what's going on, Ninja Spartan. Yeah, Raichu B. Raichu B. I think that's fair. I do like Raichu overall, but compared to Pikachu, he's nothing. He's nothing. What other electric types are there here? Ow. I mean, Magnemite and Magneton are... It seems like a very basic DC progression, those two. I don't know what you guys think, but I don't care about them. And it's kind of a shitty design, Magneton. It could get a B, but it's kind of a shitty design. It's just three of them, just kind of glued together. It's like, yeah, I don't like Magneton. Do I want him on my team? Do I want him on B? Do I like him as much as Raichu? No. I would, unless I'm doing a run in the game where I am literally catching everything, I would never bother with a Magnemite or Magneton. They just don't seem that sturdy compared to, like, a Raichu's sturdy as well. A lot of things are getting on B just because they're sturdy. Muck is sturdy. Victorbell's sturdy. High HP. That's what gets you to B. Magneton, I don't know if his HP is bad, but I just don't like him. I just don't like him. What other electric types are? I'm only now realizing there are not that many electric types. Oh, crap. You like them? Really? I really don't. I don't feel anything about them. And I don't feel anything particularly about Voltorb or Electrode either. I guess Electrode is sturdy. That's the only thing that would tempt me for a B for him. Voltorb, I'm caught between D and C for Voltorb. Do I like him more than Magnemite? Probably. Much more? I don't think there's anything special about them either. To be fair, no, I'm wrong. Electro does get Sonic Boom, which is really good. It's got Sonic Boom, and then it gets electric moves as well. Maybe Electro does deserve a B. That's pretty good. He does look cocky, though, which is annoying. But Electro's self-destruct is a good last-ditch attack. True. You always have to take that in consideration. But like Sonic Boom and stuff, they're really annoying. They're super speedy, too. Oh, I didn't know that. That seems fair, then. I'm happy to put Electrode on B. I'm not sure whether C or D for Voltorb. It doesn't have any of those good things that Electrode has particularly. So, yeah, I mean, he's not going on the same tier as Bulbasaur, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, that seems okay. I like that. What else is electric? There really aren't many. You've got those two sets of one evolution ones, and then you've got Pikachu, Raichu. But then after that, oh, Electabuzz. As far as this bit here where there's a lot of just they don't evolve at all ones, Electabuzz, I don't really like him. I don't dislike him. I probably like him as much as Magneton. Electabuzz probably goes C, right? I think D for Electabuzz? Oh. I don't know. I feel like Electabuzz is pretty good. He's pretty sturdy. He's not enough for a B, probably, but C, I don't mind putting him on a C. Jolteon and Zapdos as well, yeah. Snorlax. He's not an electric type, Adam, but we'll get to Snorlax. He's got his whole thing. He's a whole thing in the game. He really is. I don't know. Jolteon A for sure. Oof. Evolutions we should probably talk about all at once because that is a whole situation. People have a lot of opinions on those. Electabuzz I'll put on C for now. I do think he's pretty good. He's not great, but he's alright. I just feel like it's hard for any of those ones that don't evolve at all in that little period, you know, Magmar, Jinx, Mr. Mime, Pinsir, Tauros, to go that high because you just catch them and then you're like, right, well, I've got them. And I wouldn't normally use any of them. I've normally, by that stage in the game where you can catch any of them, I'd normally have my team kind of set, I think. Jolteon B or A, Tauros can use Thunderbolt. Tauros can use Thunderbolt? Tauros is one that I've always thought, he seems pretty cool, but I don't normally catch him. Or use him that much. So I don't actually know that much about him. But if he can use Thunderbolt, then I guess we could do him now. That's actually pretty cool. That raises my opinion of him. I do like him more than Electabuzz, so I'm probably looking at B for Tauros. He's probably one of the higher ones in this group. What do you guys think? Tauros B? If he can use Thunderbolt and stuff as well as all of his normal moves, that is pretty good. Maybe he's pretty good. When they don't evolve, it makes me not want to level them up that much. That's it exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't dislike any of them for it, but certainly you get to that stage in the game, if you're catching something new, you want to be able to evolve it up. Because otherwise you're just grinding and grinding away at it. And Surf. Tauros can use Surf? What? My mind is being blown. Next time I do a run, I want a Tauros. He can use Thunderbolt and Surf? That's crazy. Yeah, no, I'm happy to keep Tauros on B then. That's badass. That's really cool. Right, what other electric types? Oh, right, so Zapdos and Jolteon. Do you guys want to talk about these all at once now? We could maybe talk about the legendary birds a little later once we've fleshed this list out a bit. But Eevee and the evolutions, let's talk about them all together, okay? Let's do it all at once. So Eevee, in general, is nothing. It's okay to catch, it's cute enough. I'm definitely not putting it on F, but I'm torn between C and D for Eevee. Because it's not... It's not got anything. You know, it is just waiting to learn what it's going to be when it's older. Eevee is distinctly average, but it is adorable. D, C, yeah, I'm torn as well. It is very cute, but honestly, it's not as useful as a lot of the C tier ones. It is more lovable. EVD. Well, oh wow, no. Flareon C, Jolteon A, Vaporeon A. Oh, Jolteon B, Vaporeon A. Interesting. C. Eevee is very cute. It just doesn't have much use. You get it because you want to evolve it into something specific, into one of your favorite one of these. I'll be kind because I do like Eevee. More because of what it represents, sure, but I do like Eevee. I don't actually like most of what is in the D tier right now. It's a pretty bad tier. But right, what do you guys think? What's the best? What's the best evolution? It's hard to know. In terms, like just looking through it now, realizing how few electric types there are, I'm actually thinking more, hey, Jolteon is pretty good. Vaporeon is just great. I do like Vaporeon. Probably more than Flareon. But they're all very nice. It's difficult with Eevee on C there to say that any of them don't deserve at least B. Vaporeon best for sure. Jolteon is Ninja Spartan's favorite. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that I do like them all. If I could have all three of them on my team, would I? Yeah, probably. So I think it's fair to put all of them above C. But I definitely think Flareon is only B. Are both of these two going A then? Opinions are split, but that could work. I don't feel the need to put them all on separate tiers necessarily. Like, do I really like both Jolteon and Vaporeon? Yes. Yeah. I'm torn. I'm torn between the two of them when I get to pick. Which I don't often. I don't often get to the stage where I'm like, yeah, okay, let's get an Eevee to get one of those two. I've already got normally like a Pikachu and a Blastoise for those types. So neither of them's going S for me, I don't think. Both A? That makes sense to me. That'll work. That'll avoid too many arguments, because nobody seems to really be claiming that that Flareon is the best, because it's not. It's just not. Maybe we can leave the legendary birds till later. So I think that's us done, Electric. So what type do you guys want next? I will just go along with this, whatever you guys fancy. We can do like normal now, get it out of the way, maybe. Because normal, it's not actually a type. Do you actually want a normal one with you? And you go into, maybe one, but... Psychic. Oh, you want Psychic now? Okay. Gyarados and Onix, A or B? I mean, Gyarados has surely got to go S, right? Well, we'll talk about that later. Oh, you want Ground? Oh. Water? Okay, opinions are split. I don't know about Onix, actually. It's kind of... It's good, obviously, and it's good in the show. Do I really want him over some other rock ones? Yeah, not hugely. But again, part of that's just... Oh, water? You guys are saying water now? Okay, let's do water. We left Wartortle to the side, because I kind of put myself in a situation here. Now, going off my kind of rule about the S tier, and about not putting something in there that I don't generally, except for Pikachu, that was an exception, that I don't generally want in my team for the Pokemon League, I should probably just put Wartortle on A as well, huh? Like, I do like Wartortle. Squirtle's good and adorable, and we love him and all. But you don't normally gain a lot of the abilities that you want until Wartortle. You get Bubble as Squirtle. It's when you hit Wartortle that you really start gaining some of the better moves. So I'm happy to put him on A. That seems fair. Oops. Yeah, okay. In there. Oh. Okay, here comes the debate. Guys, just how bad is Psyduck? You guys were arguing about it earlier. Just how bad is Psyduck? Wartortle A? Yeah, I think it seems fair. D for Psyduck. We've got a D for Psyduck. Do we have any advance on that? D again for Psyduck. Psyduck F. Oh, yeah. D, C. Tough doesn't mind Psyduck so much. Here's the thing. Psyduck, it'd be rough to put Psyduck on F. It would be rough. He's annoying as shit in the show, sure. But he's good. Having water moves and psychic moves together, sure, you gain more of that at Golduck level. But Psyduck, he's probably too good to really put him in F. I think that's harsh. I'll put him in D, though. I don't... it's not great, is it? D or C, because it's funny? You like him in the show? I mean, he's... Oh, nope. Not for me. But yeah, Golduck is pretty good. Golduck having that proper level of actually good water moves and some decent psychic moves, and then he's got some good normal moves to boot, I think that probably gets him a B, right? I think it'll be... Yeah, because B's the kind of level where, do I want him on my team? Yes, definitely. I'd rather have him with me than against me. That's probably where Golduck belongs for me. What do you guys think? I like that. He's got a lot of good stuff. Executor better than Psyduck? He's not, though. Executor... no. I hate Executor. It was kind to put him as high as D, honestly. Yeah, I think Golduck B makes sense. It's it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You can teach him Surf and stuff. If you go the route of Charizard, of starting with a Charmander and getting Charizard, Golduck's one of those ones that you can get not too late in the game, where you can teach him Surf and you can have the whole Psychic side. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good to have him around. Oh, wow. This is where things get difficult. Well, wait, actually, why is Poliwag there if those two are down there? Okay, we'll leave that. Some of these are a bit mixed up, actually. There's Oh, and there's Tentacle. Okay. I mean, in the same way that it's pretty useful to have Golduck because it's got water and Psychic, it's pretty useful to have Tentacruel because he's got decent water moves. Not as good as Golduck in general, I'd think. But he's got decent water moves and the poison side of things. Tentacool D. Yeah, that's probably fair. I think Tentacool D. But Tentacruel, I'm not entirely sure just go C. Tentacruel could go B as well. Do I like him enough for that? I'm not sure. I don't like him as much as Golduck, but he's solid enough. He's pretty good. Tentacool is too focused, especially when I mean in the wild, on just Wrap. Oh, Wrap is an annoying move. C, Cruel B. Tentacruel B for sure. That seems fair. High special defense for Tentacruel. True. True. A big boy. He is a big boy. He is a very big boy. We'll put him on B. It's maybe slightly kind, but it would be slightly harsh to put him on C with some of them. So yeah, that's okay. Oh, Shelder. Shelder sucks. So bad. Shelder is useless. Krabby on D? Yeah, Krabby and Kingler I don't feel much about. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Yeah. Krabby D is probably fair. Shelder. Look, it's probably slightly harsh. Because he does normally have other moves besides Harden. So it's harsh to put him on F with them, but Shelder sucks, guys. He just sucks. Cloyster, however, great. Pretty great. Big upgrade. Yeah. I'm not quite convinced he's definitely a B, but big upgrade. He gets Psychic move and he gets some good moves at that stage. Shelder and Slowpoke F. I don't know. A? A for Cloyster? What about the Floating Rock Snake? I'd say A. Onyx? We'll get to Onyx for sure. He is good. It's hard to deny it. But Cloyster, I'm not sure. F? What, for Cloyster? Not for Cloyster. For Shelder, no doubt. Cloyster, though, Cloyster's good. He is good. I probably do like him as much as Tentacruel, obviously. Oh, Shell Smash is OP. That's it. That's the move. I was trying to think of what it was. I knew that apart from the water and some Psychic, I think you can learn, Cloyster has a good move. It's Shell Smash. Shell Smash is way too good. Cloyster, yeah, no, I think he's alright. I think I'm happy to put him on B. I feel like the normal place for us to put an evolved water is B, whereas for grass it was C. It was pretty strictly C for evolved grass ones. Oh, guys, Seal. Seal, fine, but Dugong. Come on, guys. Dugong has the beam, right? He has one of the beams. Anybody who gets one of the beams is devastatingly powerful. I remember not even in Pokemon Red, but in the Pokemon trading card game that you could get for like the Game Boy Color. I loved getting Dugong cards in that because he was so good. He was such a good card. So yeah, no, I have little doubt that Dugong belongs on A. I definitely like him as much as Vaporeon. Seal? I'm thinking kind of C. Hyper Beam, Water and Ice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Snorlax S. Well, think about Snorlax. I have mixed feelings about him because he's such a bastard in the game. Such a bastard. But at the same time, he's good to have on your team. He's just so much HP. So much. It's ridiculous. But yeah, Seal, I think it'd be harsh to put him down on D. So probably C. I probably like him as much as like an EV or a Bulbasaur. He's not that good, but you know he's going to get good, and you're happy to have him for the time being because he's cool. He's Apex, can spend all day sleeping, sexy beast. I'm not saying I'd fuck a Snorlax, guys, but a Charizard. Not S, A. Oh, what, for Dugong? Yeah. Oh, or wait, for Snorlax, do you mean? I'm not sure about Snorlax yet. Dream Body. CLC. Yeah, I think that seems fair. I think that's pretty good. What else? Oh, we put Krabby on D and then we didn't do Kingler. I think Kingler is... I wouldn't rate him as highly as any of those three. So Kingler's probably a C. Right? I don't ever feel the need to catch a Krabby or a Kingler. If I'm catching water types, there's so many options. So many more water than electric or even maybe grass. And yeah, it's because you can only start fishing for anything beyond a Magikarp at a certain point, quite late in the game. And you kind of quite quickly get the option to get a Seal or a Krabby or a Tentacle or a Shelter or a Psyduck. And Kingler's just the one I have no desire for at all. Seal and Dugong in F? Tough, you're insane! You're a renegade. You're too dangerous to be in chat. No way. Dugong, it's so good. It's just any of the Pokemon that can get like Solar or Hyper or Ice Beam, they gotta go quite high. They gotta go quite high. What Pokemon games are big nowadays? Honestly, I have no idea. I have not played anything since Pearl. Pearl must have been the last one I played. I played that. I played Emerald. And I played Silver and Gold, and I played Red and Blue at different times, mostly Red. Seal better than F? Yeah, no, I mean, Seal... Seal doesn't have anything all that special about it until it gets to Dugong, but I like him well enough. I like him more than any of these D tier. He's definitely not an F. Come on, Toff. That's just so mean. What? Oh, Horsey and Seadra are next. Seadra's actually pretty good. That's one that I would forget about quite often, Horsey and Seadra. But they're pretty good. Seadra, once you get to Seadra level, he's pretty tough. I bought Pear in a shop that was in a shopping centre that no longer exists. Oh. Oh, you bought... Oh, do you mean Pearl? Seadra B, Horsey D. Yeah, I do think Seadra probably goes B. I think this is the standard for a good evolved water one, is B. And that seems fair. I'd take him before I'd take like a Kingler. Seadra C? I played Black and White, Ruby and Sapphire, X and Y is all I remember. Yeah, there's definitely been more since then, but I have no idea what they are. I don't pay attention anymore. Horsey is the Caterpie of the ocean. That's a pretty astute assessment. Sorry, Becca. Right, okay. I'm kind of happy enough. I am definitely putting a lot in B here, but it's not like they're going A commonly. So I'm kind of happy enough for Seadra to be there. Horsey D feels slightly harsh, but do I like Horsey as much as I like a Bulbasaur? Probably not, so that seems... yeah, not a fan. Why do you hate Seal and Dugong so much, Tough? What did they do to you? Could you put the mouse over the one you're talking about for those? Oh, sure, sorry. I forget not everyone knows what all of them are called. I mean, even I'm probably forgetting a couple of names here, but... yeah, no, sorry about that, Ross, I will. Goldeen F all day. Look, Goldeen's... it is annoying. It seems very prim and proper, doesn't it? It's kind of stuck up. F is probably cruel. It's all right. It's all right. I remember it being one of the first things you got to play in the trading card game uh, on the Game Boy. Rate all the movies and games for Pokemon. I just don't know them. I I know probably the first 5 or 6 movies, and then I know like Detective Pikachu and the Mewtwo Strikes Back version they did on Netflix recently, but I don't know a lot of the ones in between. I haven't seen them at all. I haven't seen more of the up to date shows, and I've not played a lot of games. A lot of games. So I would need to do some preparation for that one for sure. You seem certain about Goldeen F, guys. I didn't think it was that bad. At least Sea King has Horn Attack. Doesn't Goldeen have Horn Attack? It's got a horn. I thought it did as well. But I agree. Sea King is definitely again. I I don't know if I'd put Sea King quite on the level of these guys. Sea King might be a C, but Goldeen F seems harsh. You guys seem determined. Okay, you know what? Okay. I will bow to pressure because I don't really care about it and I don't really like it. Again, Goldeen Sea King, not ones I would collect over like any of these guys. So, probably then just that on C, right? Sea King C, yeah, yeah, that seems about right, honestly. I don't I don't care about them. Minecraft mobs tier list. I could do that. Yeah, that's a good idea. There are a lot of them. That seems pretty fair. That's the good thing. I don't feel the pressure to make these all that long. As long as it goes probably over like an hour. You want most of them to. All water types apart from Blastoise, Gyarados, and Dragonite all belong in lower tiers. Really? Wow. That seems savage. I don't know. There's quite a lot of water types I like. I'm a big fan of water in general. I would normally. That's the only one that I'd be tempted to have probably multiple with me when I get to the Pokemon League, the kind of S tier, because there's so many good ones. Even though it's pretty unnecessary to have two of the same type. Country flags tier list. That's a possibility. That'd be a bit different. A. For what? For which one? Oh, Starmie. Oh, right. Sorry, I missed that message. Rate all the legendary. Well, yeah. I kind of left the birds for a bit later, but we'll definitely get to them. It'll be good to have the full list to look at and say, okay, so does it belong with all of these S's or all of these A's or whatever? Yeah, wait. So Staryu and Starmie. Starmie is one. It does have the beam, doesn't it? I kind of talked about that as being a criteria for A, like Dugong. I probably do. I don't know. B or A for Starmie. Swaziland S. Does Swaziland have a great flag? Nepal A? I don't know flags well enough to know what you're talking about. Like Minecraft, water is OP. Yeah. Water, it's just, in this generation, there was so many water. There is a lot of water types, you know? And it's not, there are a lot of them that evolve too. All of these are second evolutions, and those ones as well. There's just a lot of water, which is unfortunate for the game because you can't really catch many water types until like at least halfway. Starmie C or B? I don't think Starmie goes on C. I think I like it more than them. Do I like it as much as Dugong? It's kind of, maybe. It's kind of between these two tiers for me a bit. Staryu. It's already pretty good. It's already got some good moves. D might be slightly harsh for Staryu. I might go C for Staryu. But I think Starmie is higher. I'm just not sure how much higher. Scotland F because it raid all the time. What, for flags? I thought we were ranking the flags. Northern Ireland B for its non-existent flag. Oh, that seems kind. Right, yeah, no, I'm not sure about Starmie A. It seems slightly kind. We'll put it on B for now. It is good though. It is good. It's got some good moves. It's got some good normal moves. It's got a lot of good water moves. It's got a good mix of stuff, and it's pretty tough to take down. Oh. Right. It's difficult to not put Gyarados on S. There's such a sense of accomplishment when you get a Gyarados because you had to train it from fucking Magikarp. It does have a lot of beams and a lot of good water moves. Dragon and water and normal moves. You think, Ross, you think B for Gyarados? For this guy? I... Yeah. Yeah. Would I be willing, especially if I didn't have a Blastoise in my team, if I went for Charizard, what water Pokemon would be my go-to to bring to the Pokemon League? It's gotta be Gyarados, right? So, I'm kind of happy enough to do that, I think. S for sure. It's too much hassle. It is a lot of hassle, but there's two ways to look at that. Either, oh god, it took so much work to get Gyarados, or I appreciate Gyarados so much more because it takes the work. I taught mine Fire Breath. Can you teach a Gyarados Fire Breath? That makes it even better. That's for sure an S tier then. The fact that it can do the great dragon moves, good normal moves, and the best water moves, and also Fire Breath, so strong. It is very strong. You're right. For sure. It's really, really good. Oh, guys. I know I talked about the non-evolving ones not always being all that great, but it's hard to not like Lapras quite a lot. I really like Lapras a lot. From the show, as much as anything else, he was always one that I really liked in the show. F, it seems confused. What, Lapras? Let us punish it for its confusion. It'll make you confused. I think Lapras can do that. A, I kind of think I agree with that. Do I like Lapras more than any of them? Yeah. It's maybe not as good overall as like a Cloyster. Like, that's harsh for a Cloyster actually, B, because it's insanely OP. But Lapras B, Lapras is a legend. What a legendary. Ditto S tier. I don't know about Ditto S tier. It's not that great. Lapras, I'm actually maybe going to put him on A. Yeah, Lapras not better than Venusaur? It is for me. For me, I definitely prefer Lapras to Venusaur. In the show, in the game, I'd prefer to have him on my team. Would I want to bring him to the Pokemon League? Maybe not quite. He's not S tier. But I do think I prefer him to Venusaur. Lapras S? That's kind. Because overall, is he that great? Probably not really. But I do have a special love for Lapras from the show especially. He's not an S. But I do think an A is fair enough. What water is left? I guess those guys are mostly water, right? Star and Ammonite. They're kind of the worst fossils, though, aren't they? They're out of the fossilized ones. They're kind of the worst. Look at him. He's got these big googly eyes. He looks confused as hell. He's just so many tentacles. Ditto always looks like it wants to hug you. Ditto is adorable. There's no question. Look at it. It looks confused in that picture, but it's adorable. I like Ditto well enough, but as an actual Pokemon in the game, it's kind of shit. It's not that good. It's yeah, the fact that it can transform into whatever they are never means it's really going to be able to beat them all that well, because it's not going to have very effective moves against something of the same type. You know what I mean? So it's not that great for the game. F and C for these two? You know, I don't feel like I ever choose that fossil. Except accidentally, because I keep forgetting which is which. I don't feel like I ever choose to get them, so I don't actually know how good they are in the game in fighting terms. They do look dumb as hell. I don't know. Ditto D? Oh, it's rough. In the game, yeah. But he is adorable and lovable at the same time. We're not doing Ditto right now, guys. He's not a water Pokemon, right? It's harsh to put him on F. But I feel nothing for him. Do I like him as much as Caterpie? No. Do I like him as much as Psyduck? No. Do I like him as much as Horsey? Definitely not. So I might leave that's almost Knight. That's Alma Knight and that's Alma Star, right? He's any type he chooses to be. True. But we'll kind of do him when we do the normal type ones. This guy, I don't know. Would I rank him as highly as like a Sea King? Or like Bulbasaur? Not really, so I'm going to put him on D, I think. C? Were you guys saying C for him or for Ditto? Harsh? That is harsh. That is harsh, because he's probably quite good, but I just have no frame of reference. I don't think I've ever gotten him in the game. If I accidentally choose the fossil that's him, I just leave him in my box. I don't take him anywhere. Cruelty is fine in this chat, true. Well, these are kind of all about arguing these tier lists, so it's all in good. It's all in good fun, guys. It's fine. It's fine. Just don't get too wrapped up in whether that goes on D or C. If you care too much about that, then you just gotta calm down a little bit. Ditto is C at least. Gosh, you guys keep arguing about that one, because I'm not sure how I feel about Ditto overall. I don't like it in the game. It's useless. But as a character, it is adorable and friendly. Oh, these guys. These guys are last. These guys are the last water ones, I think. Poliwag is adorable. It is adorable. It's not that useful, but it's adorable. Ditto sucks. Oh my gosh. Guys, we'll get there. We'll get there. I will give you each time to state your cases for Ditto. City? What? Okay. Right, so, like, Poliwag's so adorable. Poliwrath A? Maybe. That's Poliwhirl's the middle one, right? That's Poliwrath. And this is Poliwag. Poliwag is so adorable. That it might get as high as like a C just for being so adorable. Like Eevee did, basically. If not S, Poliwrath's not an S. Poliwrath is good. It's really good, but an S is high. I relate to Ditto to transform into various other creatures you're battling. How do you relate to Ditto? C for Poliwag? It kind of seems fair enough. We kind of put Eevee on C because it's one of the most adorable ones, and I think Poliwag's even cuter. Ditto gets auto-corrected to City. Really? Poliwag an S? Oh, Poker T, come on. Poliwag doesn't go in S. But, yeah, I'm happy enough to put that on C. I like it as much as I'd like it like a Staryu. Or a Seal. Seal basically got C because it's adorable as well. Cuteness is better than fighting ability. Not really. We kind of see of the really high tiers for things that have both. Or nostalgia. Squirtle and Charmander, because they're the first ones you get, because they were in the show a lot. There's a lot of nostalgia for those guys. Pikachu is like endless nostalgia for the whole world constantly. Poliwag D? No, because I ugly outside, but I always hug people sad. What? Pacemaker, that sounds horrible. No, you're not ugly on the outside. I have no idea. If that's true or not. But no. Why is the rat an S? Pikachu? Come on, Poker T. It's Pikachu. It's an electric mouse, not a rat. Raichu's more of a rat. Yeah. I'm not sure about Poliwhirl. Right, that's the middle one. Poliwhirl and then Poliwrath. I'm not sure about Poliwhirl. How good does it get with that first evolution? I'm not entirely sure. I don't get a Poliwag that often in the game. Don't find them often. But maybe we just keep this simple. It's on C, then B, then A, huh? It seems fair. Put it in the F? I'm not putting Pikachu in F. Come on, Booker T. You're just talking crazy town now. He was Ryan Reynolds. True. You don't put Ryan Reynolds in F unless you're talking about Green Lantern, so that's pretty much my reasoning there, apparently. Yeah, I kind of think that's fair enough, because it does get better, Poliwag. As much as we put it up there because it's adorable and these ones are less adorable, it's kind of CBA situation, I think. Because Poliwrath is already definitely good. So I'd probably put him on a par with how I feel about Tentacruel or Seadra, maybe Starmie. And then Poliwrath A. It seems slightly kind. But he definitely is as good as, like, a Lapras. And he's got some strong water moves. He's a strong boy. I agree, Pikachu, if it wasn't Ash's Pokemon, it would be F. Well, I don't think it'll be an F, even so. It's pretty adorable, and it's got better moves than any of the F tier. It would at least be a D, Pikachu, if it didn't have all the nostalgia about it, but yeah, I don't know, it's hard to say. We wouldn't know Pokemon at all as it is today without Pikachu as the mascot, you know? Can the rock with hands go in A? The rock with hands? You mean Graveler? Or Geodude? Probably not. But we'll see. What type do you want next? That's done, right? That's water done. What do you want next? We can do Psychic. We can do Normal. We can... Oh! I'm wrong. We kind of left those guys. Well, we'll do them with the Psychics, maybe. We did a lot in water there. Poker T is crazy. True. Poliwagon S? No. Ground? Fire? The baby one? Oh, Geodude? No, it's probably not going in S. Wait, do you want ground or fire? Fire? Fire. Fire. Okay, let's do fire. Now, here's the thing. We've kind of put ourselves in a situation here. We put Charmander on A. Now, I think I'm going to stick to that. If I stick to that, do I just do the same thing? Put Charmeleon, like I did with Squirtle and Wartortle. Put Charmander and Charmeleon on A. And then Charizard on S. Charizard's probably got to go S. Ground after fire? Sure, sure. I think, yeah, I mean, without a doubt, looking at the pretty limited number of fire Pokemon, if I was to bring one to the Pokemon League, it would be Charizard. So Charizard probably does go S. It's hard to deny. Every Psychic is F because damn witchcraft. Charizard A? Really? I can't put all three of them on A. That just feels kind of a bit insane. Because Charizard is so good. He is so good. The Fire Dragon is an F. Poker T, what do you want in S? You want a lot of things in F. S. Charizard F. Back up. What's going on? Charizard S. Back up. What are you talking about? You've gone crazy. You've gone insane. That's ludicrous. I think I'm probably right in that. That seems correct. Charizard F. Yeah, or S, yeah. I think so. I think so. That I'm happy looking at that S tier so far. I think that's the elite. Fine. F. F. Poker T, I agree with you for Pikachu, but Charizard is an S or A. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why Becca's thinking it's an F. That seems crazy to me. But I expect that from Poker T. Right. Oh, Vulpix Ninetales. Now, Vulpix is adorable. It's hard to deny. Kind of... It's probably on the level of all that thing's adorable that we had with, like, Poliwag and Eevee. So it's maybe hard to put Vulpix below a C. I was laughing at Poker T saying F. Oh, right. Thank God. Ninetales A? Charizard can't be F because Venusaur ain't F. True, true. Ninetales A is kind. Do I prefer Ninetales in fire terms to Flareon? Ninetales is good. I think I underrate it sometimes. I'll kind of put Vulpix on C. It is kind. It's kind putting that on C like it was kind putting Poliwag on C, really, but I like Vulpix more than like a Caterpie. Ninetales better than Flareon? Interesting. The Ninetales is A, Poker T thinks? You're just sticking with what Becca says for anything now? I could put it on A. It seems slightly kind, but it would be a good B at least. Is Scraggy here? Scraggy? Is that a Pokemon? I don't even recognize that one. Oh, you guys, a lot of you think A. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Ninetales is, I admit, good, and I underrate it slightly because I've never maybe had it in the game. So that seems fair. Okay. What about, oh, Growlithe and Arcanine. Now, Arcanine is one that I could see going A. Growlithe's pretty good as well. Growlithe already has a lot of the good stuff, but Arcanine, once you get to, like, Takedown, he's brutal. He's brutal. I have a fan theory that Avatar and Pokemon share a cinematic universe. Which Avatar? Last Airbender or James Cameron? Either. They both kind of seem insane. Can Diglett be in D? Maybe? Not entirely sure about that one. It's another cute one, but it is kind of useless and annoying in caves. We'll get to that one. Those two in B? What, you want both Growlithe and Arcanine in B? I don't know. The Last Airbender? How do you get Pokemon in The Last Airbender in the same universe? Like on the same planet? With all the firebenders, yeah. Diglett D, you get the joke. Yes. Yes, Poker T. B? Arcanine A? I'd be tempted to put Arcanine A. I do think I like it as much as Ninetales, so if we're keeping that in A, then probably. For some reason, the fire, despite me preferring water as a type, fire is going higher. A lot of these evolved ones and a lot of the water ones did. But yeah, those are pretty good. Growlithe, it's probably better than Vulpix overall, but maybe not as lovable. So maybe it's just a C situation as well. B? You think B, Ross? For which one? For the little one or the big one? I think Growlithe C, Arcanine A. The same way you get the DC TV show in the same world as Toy Story. The DC TV show? What? Arcanine B? I don't know. Personally, I would put Arcanine in A before I put Ninetales in A. So if we're keeping Ninetales in A, then I think we have to put Arcanine in A as well. Arcanine's just really good. It's got all the fire stuff, really good stuff. I've sent you a pic of Scraggy. Oh, okay. I think he must be from a later generation. This is all just Generation 1. These are all just the early boys. We'll maybe do a later generation at some point. I probably know 2 and maybe 3 well enough to do a list like this. I wouldn't remember every single name for them, but I'd remember enough. But after that, I definitely have no idea. So if Scraggy is from after that, I have no clue who he is. Arcanine B, that's fair. Oh yeah, no, I think if we're keeping Ninetales there, the Fire Doggo is B, maybe D. But I think you're very erratic today. Right, so I'm happy with that for now. Ponyta and Rapidash, I don't like as much. I don't feel like Rapidash goes in A. No. Probably a C. Okay, you're just throwing out a lot of letters, Booker T. I feel like the difference is less here. Like, is there really a big difference between Ponyta and Rapidash? No. Maybe got, like, grown a horn there, more of a horn. It's just still a fire horse. That's a smaller fire horse, but it's still a fire horse. Rapidash is overrated? True. True. I kind of think I'd still maybe put Ponyta in C with Vulpix and Growlithe, but I'd only put Rapidash in B. Do I want Rapidash on my team? Sure, he's useful enough. He's on the level still of like a Tentacruel, but I'm just me. I'm like Deadpool plus the Joker, but not insane. The main defining trait of both Deadpool and the Joker is that they're insane, so that doesn't make any sense. B for Rapidash, C for Ponyta. I think that seems kind of fair. I like Ponyta well enough. It would probably be as good as them, but Rapidash is not as good as those two. You know? I wouldn't really want Rapidash on my team. What else? What else fires left? Magmar. Magmar's the only little one, really. Magmar's pretty crap. It's not good. It's not good. It's probably not an F, but it's not good. Piggy? What? I mean, you know, you just think, in general, do I like Magmar as much as, like, these guys? Probably not. Magmar D? Yeah, I'm tilting towards that. I think it'd be savage to put Magmar in F, but C's maybe slightly kind. Do I like Magmar more than I like any of these C ones? Not really. I do not care for him. I think he's probably a kind of D. Oh, Pidgey I meant, right. D? Yeah. I think you guys mostly agree with me on that one, kind of. Becca thinks C, which it's not that weak. I'll say that. It's not that weak. Which is why D is slightly harsh, but I just really don't like it much. I said I'd do rock after that, right? After fire. So, okay. So rock. So Diglett. Diglett. You know, that was maybe Boobhead in F. I don't know what Boobhead is. How could I? What are you talking about? Putting Poliwag on C and Magmar on D is offensive. Not really. Poliwag is much, much, much more lovable. Strength-wise, I mean, Poliwag would be Magmar, but that's because it's water against fire. But Diglett F? Wow. Have you heard of Scrafty? I don't think so. S? Wait, Poker T, you wanted Diglett in D before for your joke. Stop spamming, Poker T. I think Diglett probably does go in D. F seems harsh. It's already able to do some decent moves, I think. D, I think D. I don't like it, Diglett particularly, and it's so annoying because of the Diglett cave in the game. But it's kind of cute. It's not that bad. It's probably a D. We've got a lot. Yeah, this is kind of what I expected. We've got less on F and S and more generally going inwards into the kind of middle of things. C, you think, Peacemaker? Really? I don't think Diglett's a C. I don't like him. He's not like on the cuteness level like some of these ones, and he's not that useful. It's not until Dugtrio that he really gains a lot of his use. But Dugtrio still, I don't really want him. He's got some good moves, but I don't really want him. I don't know if I'll put him on B. I kind of feel like C for Dugtrio. He adorable, but Diglett, he's all right, certainly. He's not an unattractive Pokemon. I'm not saying I want to fuck a Diglett. Just saying, he doesn't look like a Tangela or a Cloyster. But Dugtrio, I'm kind of torn between C and B. C, like I feel like going through Rock, there are a lot of other evolved ones that I would prefer higher. So maybe leave him on C. Okay, Mankey and Primeape. I guess we can do fighting kind of while we're doing ground. Mankey and Primeape are okay. Oh, Mousy doesn't like that. What didn't you like? Which part? His little button nose? Listen, he's an ass. He's not an ass, Poker T. Stop talking about F Pokemon. Oh, about fucking Pokemon. I'm not saying I want to fuck a Pokemon. I'm just saying there are some Pokemon you want to fuck less than others. Not saying these ones you want to fuck. Just saying you definitely don't want to fuck these ones, okay? That's all I'm saying. Plus you'd fuck a Blastoise. I mean, not what I'm saying. So, what do you guys think about Mankey and Primeape? I mean, Primeape's pretty good, actually. C? C for which one? I think Primeape is better than Dugtrio, maybe. He's pretty good. He's a good fighter. He's got Fury Swipes and stuff. He's got some decent moves. But Mankey, I'm not sure. Mankey's probably like a... Mankey might be a D. What do you think, Ross? C for which one? On their own, they suck, but with a gang, they OP. What, Digletts? Or Mankeys? Both probably true. C for the Mankey and B for the older Mankey. That actually sounds like one of your more sensible suggestions. Mankey F, Mousy. Mankey F, that seems harsh. I don't know, I kind of think Mankey's probably a D, like Diglett. Primeape, though, I'm torn. It could maybe go as high as B. I don't mind it on B as much. I'm okay with that idea. Mankey and Primeape. Mankey and Primeape? Oh, on their own they suck, but gang they OP. Yeah, that's true. Mankey B, probably C. I think I'm putting Mankey on D. Primeape, I'm not sure. I probably do like him more than Dugtrio. Is he more useful? I'm not entirely sure, but do I like him as much as some of these ones on B? Yes, I think so. Older Mankey A, maybe. You've said every letter for them, basically, now, Booker T. I think Primeape B seems about right. It's maybe slightly generous B, but it's pretty harsh C, I think, for him. Okay, right, here's Geodude, Graveler, Golem. More traditional. You think Mankey C, Ross? I don't know. I can't quite remember how many of the moves he only gains when he becomes Primeape, but I feel like a lot of the better ones wait until then. So I don't feel like Mankey's that useful. And you've got some pretty useful Pokemon on C. Even if you don't love them, pretty useful ones. So I don't know, Mankey's probably more like a lot of these first generation ones that are okay on D. You haven't said F or S yet. What, for Mankey and Primate? Well, they're definitely not extremes, I don't think, for them. I have a soft spot for Geodude. That's fair, I get what you mean. But I wouldn't put him, like, high, because he's not that useful. A lot of the actual rock moves he does not gain until he's evolved. These next three are C, B, A in evolving order, bread and butter Pokemon. You know, Ross, that makes some sense. I do feel like Golem is a very good one. He's probably an A. B for Graveler, I could see that. And C for Geodude is maybe a bit kind. Geodude, I'm kind of between a C and a D, but I do think Golem is probably an A. It's hard to get Golem. It's work. And when you get him, you're like, hell yeah, and he's got some great moves. He's got Self-Destruct, and he's got a lot of good rock moves. There are a few good rock moves. There's Rock Throw and Rock Fall and Rock... lots. So I do feel like Golem A and Graveler B. You guys think Geodude C? Think we'd be kind? Geodude C? Geodude A? Problem B? What? Oh, probably B, right. No, I don't think Geodude's a B. He's not that useful. A lot of these less useful ones that we don't mind, we've kind of put on D, but Geodude, maybe a bit higher than them. Maybe could go a C. Graveler B, Golem S. I'm not going to put Golem S, but we'll get to why a little later, actually. But, okay, I'll maybe be slightly kind of put Golem, or Geodude on C. You think C, Irish Girl? It seems fair enough. He's probably better as an actual Pokemon to use than a lot of these ones. So that seems fair enough. And I like, that seems like it's so much easier to get Geodude early than a lot of other rock ones, that's the one. You're probably going to get Geodude and then Graveler and Golem. Well, maybe not ever Golem. You need special stuff to evolve him. I will take C. That's fair. He's not... You're never going to put Geodude on the same level as, like, Ivysaur, Venusaur for me. Putting him on the same level as Bulbasaur is high praise for a first evolution Pokemon, probably. Onyx. Oh. What do you guys think about Onyx? Onyx has got to go pretty high. He's pretty great. He's pretty lovable in the show. He's just a big, fucking imposing, giant, rocky Onyx A, S. Again, I don't know if I want to put him on S. Partially because it's hard sometimes to put something on S when it never evolves. Onyx in later generations evolves into like Steelix or whatever, but he doesn't evolve, and that kind of makes him less desirable to train in a way. When you do get him, you're like, badass, that's good. But I feel like I wouldn't put him above Golem. You know? But we're getting closer to the reason why. I'll explain it in a minute. Cubone Marowak. What do you guys think about those? No non-evolving poke would make my team. See, I know what you mean. And I wouldn't entirely agree with that, because you've got like the legendary birds, Snorlax doesn't evolve, and they're all very useful ones to have on your team. But I do like evolving ones up into my team. Pikachu's kind of different. And that's why he's on S. He doesn't need to evolve because he's a beast. He is already so large that it's kind of weird that he evolves into Steelix, which is about the same size in later generations. But yeah, no, I like him a lot for one that doesn't evolve, but I still wouldn't say quite S. Cubone D. Evolution is admitting you need improvement. I understand what you mean. Yeah, but I'm kind of happy enough. I like Onyx as much as like a Lapras for a non-evolving one. It kind of seems fair. Cubone and Marowak, I'd think of similarly to how I'd think of Mankey and Primate. Maybe like them slightly more, but maybe not a tier above. Cubone D, Marowak C. I do think Cubone is probably a D. I think you guys are right. He's not great. He doesn't have a lot of the good moves that Marowak ends up with. He's nice enough looking, but I feel very little there. Marowak D. Probably not. Just generally we put an evolution just because it's got better moves and stuff higher. But I would maybe only put Marowak C, like I did with Dugtrio. I don't like Marowak probably as much as Primate or Graveler. So I could do that. Well, okay. Here's a debate for you. Which is better, Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan? Which is better? Do they actually go in different tiers anyway? They might just end up on the same tier. But which do you guys like more out of them two? It's kind of hard. Again, they don't evolve, so I mean they're not going S for me. I don't know. I don't know. I probably overall prefer a Hitmonchan for me. And I might be tempted into putting that on A and Hitmonlee on B. But yeah, both are solid. They're good. Got to go to the fighting gym. That's a whole thing. Got to go to the fighting gym. You got to go through a whole gym to get one of these boys. But at the same time, it's kind of worth it because they're both kind of sick. They're both kind of sick. Hitmonchan B. What do you prefer, Hitmonlee? Or do you think they both go B? I could put them both on B, but I do like Hitmonchan more, probably. I'd normally pick him when I have to choose. But is he as good as Golem? You know. It's a bit hard to say. Maybe both B is the safe option. Hitmonchan better? Both B? We'll put them on both B. That makes sense. We've got the same number of Pokemon on B, C, and D right now. Slightly less on A, a lot less on F, and hardly any still on S. We've got a few S's still to come, though, I feel. There's still a few S's in this. When we're putting Snorlax in S, we'll do the normal Pokemon soon, probably. Be one of the last ones we go through. Now, here's one of the few times where I'm really going to say something that probably flies against what most of you guys think. This is probably an unpopular opinion. Rhydon is my rock Pokemon. If I am bringing a rock Pokemon to the Elite Four, it's fucking Rhydon. That is a fucking beast of a Pokemon. It's probably not a popular opinion. Most people would probably say, like, Golem or Onix, if you're bringing one in your team. And I get that. I get both. But I fucking love Rhydon. And I like catching Rhyhorn. He's cool as well. He's kind of adorable in his own way. I really like him. Micey Plays, you like that or not? Ross, no? His evolved form, maybe? That is his evolved form. That's the evolved form. That's the smaller version. That's Rhyhorn. That's Rhydon. His evolved form, maybe, but no. No, I absolutely think that. Rhydon, he's so good. I just love him. I just like him a lot. Yeah, Micey, you like that? I think he's just great. And it's quite late in the game you catch him, so he is normally the one I'll be like, late in the game, okay, no, gotta make room in the team. Gotta make room in the team for him now that I can get him. I just really like him. As such, I really do like Rhyhorn a lot, and it takes a high level to get Rhydon, so you can have a lot of the good moves already for Rhyhorn. So I'd be tempted to go as high as B for him. I don't think I'd go A for Rhyhorn. But I could go B for Rhyhorn. Because you talk about, like, Graveler on B. Graveler gets most of the moves that Golem would have already. So that's why he's able to go so high. Rhyhorn's the same. Machamp is yours, though. That's fair. We'll get to them in a second. I think I'll put him on B. It's kind, but I do like him a lot. And I'm happy enough to stick him there. Oh, these guys. These three, actually, Kabuto, Kabutops, and Aerodactyl are all kind of rocky boys, aren't they? I mean, Kabuto is pretty shit. Kabutops is definitely good. It's those are the fossils you can get, right, in the game. You get Omanyte or Kabuto, and then you can evolve them up. Kabuto is maybe D, you think, Becca? Maybe, yeah. He's better than Omastar. These two are better than Omastar and Omanyte. For sure, right? But maybe not a lot. I'd be happy enough to put him on D. Kabuto D, Kabutops C, Aerodactyl B. I have to go in case I'm not back in time. Snorlax is S. Okay, Ross. Yeah, no, I could get behind that idea, Becca. Kabutops C, Aerodactyl B. Who's top starter? We kind of put them on the same tier as starters, but like, it's Squirtle, right? It's Squirtle. He's the best starter. He just is. It just makes sense. Charmander is not good for the Rock Gym, and then he's outright bad for the Water Gym. So just as the first Pokemon you get, you want someone who's going to be able to hold his own in the Water Gym and destroy the Rock Gym. It's obvious. But yeah, no, they're both A, and then it's kind of, we're keeping the S tier for Pikachu, obviously, and things that you actually want to bring into your team in the Elite Four. Those are the things I'd like to see in my team. Who's your favorite starter? It's Squirtle. It's just Squirtle. It's always Squirtle. It's always been Squirtle. Do you mean ever? Because I do like Totodile and Cyndaquil as far as other gens are concerned. I do really like both of them. A lot. But Squirtle, right? It's Squirtle. He's the best starter. Aerodactyl A. Tempting. I probably do think Kabutops isn't really above a C. Right? It's not great. He's okay. Aerodactyl, I'm torn between B and A. He's pretty good. He's very solid. You think A? I'm not entirely sure. I could see him in A. B, alongside some of them. Nah. As far as the big rock types are going, he probably does deserve the spot in A with them, right? We'll maybe go A. We'll maybe go A for Aerodactyl. Yeah. I love Decidueye. Is that a Pokemon? I don't know that one. Wow, which gen is that from? They're up to like 8 now, right? Woo. Wait, what else is rock? I guess these guys. Since we're doing fighting as well. Okay, now, because for me personally, Rhydon is S, I'm probably not going to put Machamp there. I wouldn't normally get him for my actual team. Would I like to have him? Sure. So Machamp is probably an A. Is this just ABC? Is it that simple? Machamp already has some decent moves. He's pretty cool. So I could see him in C alongside like Geodude. So that could easily be just CBA, right? Rowlet, Final Evolution, Gen 7. Oh, is Decidueye? I don't know much about definitely Gen 6, 7, or 8. I maybe know some of the things from like Gen 4 and 5. And I know quite a lot still from 2 and 3. Yeah, ABC, you think? That seems pretty fair. If I'm putting Geodude on C, I probably should put Machamp on C. I would say I think about them pretty similarly. Those are the base 3 fighting ones. Like Geodude, Graveler, Golem are the base 3 rock ones. Yeah, we'll do that. That's okay. Right, so that's rock. What do you guys want next? We could do normal, or we could do the psychic ones, I guess. That's kind of it. We've got some of the legendaries left sitting around. We've got normal and psychic, really. Where would you put Greninja and Ash Greninja? I don't know. I will tell you this, though, guys. I'm hoping to maybe stream some of the... You want psychic next? Okay. I'm hoping to maybe stream... I'd like to go through the games of Pokemon. It'd be hard to do as finish it because there's so much grinding involved of getting levels. But maybe as like Sundays, at some stage, I can sit down and do Pokemon Red or Fire Red to do the first tier, and then I can go through the games so I can learn more about the later tiers. That could be interesting. Okay, so let's do Psychic. Kind of jump right through it. I guess we'll do Slowpoke and Slowbro now. So, right. I mean, they're not that bad. They are very tough to beat, and they've got Water and Psychic. So it's hard to put Slowpoke or Slowbro in F. Slowpoke F. I don't know, it's difficult, because he already does have Water and Psychic moves at that stage, and he's got like Headbutt, and they're both just really high on HP. It's hard to put them that low. Slowpoke D. That seems reasonable, I think. Do I dislike him for any reason as much as any of them? Probably not. And he is just better as a Pokemon to have. I agree that I don't really want to put Slowbro that high, even though he's pretty good. I mean, what is this thing on the tail? What's going on there? Metapod can be tough to beat, but he's still F. True, but he literally has nothing else. Slowpoke has like a lot of HP, and he's got some decent moves already. Metapod has a lot of HP, but literally no moves except for Harden. I'm okay with putting Slow Bro on C, though. That seems kind of fair enough. Right. What about them? What about these three? They're good. These three are all good. You do not want to come up against even a Ghastly because he can mess you up. He can mess you up pretty badly. But once you start talking about Hunter or Gengar, I mean, they're really good, aren't they? ABC for those three? Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, you think that as well, Beckham? I think that's probably pretty fair. I that's another trilogy of ones that are all good, and yet, am I determined to have a Gengar along for the Pokemon League? Not normally. I wouldn't mind the idea, but not normally. So he probably stays in A just about. Though some of his moves, OP. He is a high A, I agree. He's close to an S. But I just normally wouldn't have him in my team. Would he be good enough to get there if you trained up a Gengar? He probably would be. So it is close, but I'll maybe just about keep him in A. I don't know though. Because I don't feel like I put Alakazam in S. So maybe if I was going to put a Psychic or Ghost type 1 in S from this gen, it would be him. Gengar, if you IV and EV train, he is an easy S. I'm tempted actually, because some of the Psychic moves are pretty specific to like Alakazam and him, and I prefer him to Alakazam. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I'll put him in S. I'll put him in S. He is really good. He's like OP. Some of his moves are unbelievably strong. They're terrifying. Hunter already has some of them, honestly. But I don't think I'd quite put him in A. But Gengar, I think I'm happy enough to have an S. Honestly. Oh no. Oh, Mr. Mime. Oh no, wait. These guys first. Drowsy. Put Alakazam in S? Probably not. I was torn over the idea of I should put a Psychic in S probably, but I think it's Gengar and not Alakazam. I think Alakazam's probably just A for me. But we need Drowsy and Hypno. Drowsy D? Yeah, it seems fair. He's got quite high. Check my message before about Alakazam. I didn't see a message from you from Alakazam in the last few minutes. Was it earlier? Yeah, no, I don't like those two, what Drowsy and Hypno. I don't particularly like them either, but again, it's kind of like Slowbro and Slowpoke. High HP. Good moves. So as much as you don't like them, I don't think I can really put Drowsy in F, so I'll probably put him in D. Hypno, you think B, Becca? Yeah, I don't know. B seems high for him. I don't think I like Hypno as much as I like Hunter. So maybe it is just Slowpoke, Slowbro kind of situation. Just put him in C. He's probably a bit tough, really, to end up in C, but I don't like him. I don't feel anything for him. I always, when it comes to Psychic, I stick exclusively to getting Abras or Ghastlies to age them up. I do not feel the need to get a Drowsy or Jinx or Mr. Mime or any of that. Still going, yeah, it takes a while. There's 151 of them. We've kind of had a conversation about a lot of them. So what do you guys think about Mr. Mime and Drowsy? These couple of ones. They don't age up. They're not good. I mean, Jinx could be pretty strong. Because it can get ice moves and stuff as well. It can get pretty good moves. Both D? It's probably harsh. I don't like them. I think Mr. Mime's pretty useless, really, so Mr. Mime and Jinx are D. Okay. I agree with you on Mr. Mime. Jinx, my only thing is that you can get, like, ice moves and psychic moves and normal moves. Some pretty good moves. He's maybe as good as a Hypno, even though his design is obviously a bit horrifying looking. But you guys seem pretty determined to leave him on D. Okay. I cede to the pressure on that one. Okay, then Abracadabra Alakazam is probably an ABC situation, right? It's probably an ABC situation. I don't think I'll put Alakazam on S because I put Gengar on S. But ABC, I think you're right. They're harder to catch, which makes you covet them slightly more than like a Ghastly is. But yeah, okay. We'll keep it easy. We'll keep it simple. My voice is going slightly. We've been here for ages. We'll just go ABC. We'll just go ABC with them. I'm happy with that. Oops. Put him over there. I said Alakazam in Pokemon Red and Blue was unrivaled. It had a massive moveset. Its ability meant its special attack was the same as its normal attack. That made it OP as well as its psychic typing. That's a pretty good argument for it. But I think it just comes down to personal preference when you're talking about moving something to an S. Like, I could easily have had something like Victory Bell or Venusaur up above around S instead of Vileplume, but I prefer it. And Rhydon, I just prefer to Golem personally. And Gengar, I probably just prefer to Alakazam personally. But I agree, no, I think you're right. Alakazam is pretty crazy. Abra, maybe D, though, because when you catch him, he only has Teleport. True, I guess he does. Does he? Does he always only have Teleport? That makes it S. No, I don't know. I think it is personal preference at that stage. I think that's a good argument, though. It has the punches, OP psychic moves. Yeah. Really good stuff. But Gengar has a lot of really OP moves as well, so they go easily. You could make an argument for them to be both S tier, but I think it is, would you want him in your final Pokemon League team? And I'd just prefer Gengar over Alakazam every time. He does only have Teleport? Okay, that seems fair then. We'll move Abra down to D. Because Ghastly is definitely, he can get some decent moves when he's still just Ghastly. So if Abra's can't, yeah, that's fair enough. Right, I guess we only have really normal and a couple of legendary ones left here. So the Pidgey things. No, it's probably, you're probably never realistically going to want a Pidgeot in your Pokemon League team, but I'd be tempted. I'd be tempted to put Pidgeot on S. BCD for those three. If you IV train it in special attack, its physical attack is the same power. That is very good. Pidgeot Easy A, definitely. I definitely think so. That's probably a CBA for me. Same situation as some of these guys. I do think I like Pidgey, and he can do as well as like a Geodude. So I'll probably put him there. And then Pidgeotto. And you get a lot of the good moves already with Pidgeotto. Alakazam S. You seem determined about that. I understand what you mean, but you've got to really love him in a lot of ways to get S. Gengar, I was kind of fluttering on. I wasn't entirely sure. Alakazam, I don't quite think I like him enough. But you could make your tier list on the same site and put him in S alone. Alakazam not S. Yeah, I don't personally think so. I think you're probably right, Pidgeotto there. Pidgeot then, he's probably just not good enough for an S. He is quite often in my team when I get to the Pokemon League. But that is only because I catch him early. He's like the first thing I go to catch after I get my starter Pokemon. So I train them two up all the time, all the way through. So that's the only reason he probably gets in so often into my team. But he's probably just an A. He's a solid A, though. Gets a lot of good flying moves. He's OP, though. I understand what you mean. Absolutely. But there are several factors into this. It's not just strength. Otherwise, some of these would be a bit in C, and Venusaur would probably be an A. For example, if it was just based on that solely. Rattata is awful. Is Rattata an F or just a D? He's pretty bad. You do not get the really good moves that they can get until you eradicate. Rattata suck. Quite bad. Raticate, Hyperfang is a pretty insane move. It's a pretty insane move. You think F, Mousy, for Rattata? I think you're probably right. You can get quick attack and stuff, but Raticate A, to be honest. I think Raticate's between a B and an A for me. Hyperfang is crazy. I don't think you understand. You had a well-trained Alakazam, you win in Red and Blue. Dude, I get what you mean. It's not solely based on the games. It's not solely based on strength. It's about a lot of things. The way I'm ranking these, we've been putting things that are pretty damn weak on C because we just like them. Just like them, like Vulpix. It's not worth a C, but Hyperfang A is incredibly OP. That is the one thing that really makes me think maybe Raticate is an A. I don't like him that much. I don't normally want him in my team. I definitely don't want him in my Pokemon League team. You have a well-trained anything and you win. True. Yeah, if you train anything well enough, you do just win. Now, I'll probably leave Raticate on B. I could be tempted, but is he really on the level, just with Hyperfang alone, of like a Golem or an Alakazam or a Pidgeot? Probably not. No matter how well you train him, he's not really that good. But Spearow and Fearow I don't love either. Fearow, this is kind of, I was talking about this earlier, I think. Fearow is good. Fearow has got some good moves, but I just don't want him like I want a Pidgeot on my team. You know? I just don't. Skill-based matchmaking. Alright. Okay. I don't know. I probably think Spearow is like a D. And then Fearow is maybe a B. Maybe a B. He's not that great. He's got some good stuff, but do I like him? Do I want him? No. No, not really. We'll maybe stick him on a B. Oh! I missed Sandshrew and Slancelot when I was doing Rock. I mean, you got a... My favourite Pokemon? What? Which one? Fearow or Sandshrew? I mean, Sandshrew is pretty great. Sandshrew is just adorable. It's just really adorable. So it's kind of a similar situation to maybe like an EV. Or a Vulpix. Is it that great as a Pokemon to have? Not necessarily. Is he really nice to have? Probably. I like Sandshrew. Spearow? Or your favourite Pokemon is Spearow? Really? Oh. Well, I quite like Sandshrew, so I'm kind of happy enough with the idea of maybe putting him on a C. And then Sandslash on a B. Because I don't love Sandslash overly, but he is better. He's good. Maybe that. That could work. I've never really given Spearow much of a chance. You can just immediately so much quicker catch a Pidgey. So I just do that, and then I've got my flying type. That's what I need. Oh god, we run into a bit here where Clefairy, Clefable, Jigglytuff, Wigglytuff. Like, Clefable and Wigglytuff are pretty HP strong, and they've got some good moves, but they are just playing normal ones, and they're not great. Jigglypuff, you gotta love in its own special way, I guess, but at the same time. So, I feel like Clefairy is a pretty solid D, and then that's a C, honestly. And I don't know, Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff. A lot of these normal ones I just would never even vaguely think of bothering with. I'm never going to get any of this. Basically, this top line here, all of them right now, I never want to bother with any of them. None of them. Don't need them, don't feel the need. So it's kind of unlikely that any of them are really getting into like B territory. Maybe Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan would be good to have. I just don't really love it that much overall. Jigglypuff F. It's probably cruel. It's probably cruel. You probably want to put it on D at least, just the same as Clefairy. I agree. Okay, well no, you guys seem pretty determined. We'll go for that. Wigglytuff then, it probably does go C. Same as Clefable. I'd just as soon take either of them as the other, and Wigglytuff's not annoying like Jigglypuff. So that's fair enough. Meowth and Persian. Meowth has the show thing, has the nostalgia about him. Even so, garbage. Garbage Pokemon to have. So is Persian. This whole first line, not anymore because Snorlax and Articuno have come up, but Meowth C? I could maybe give Meowth C for the nostalgia. But I'd put Persian on the same then. I wouldn't put him on a B. I'd probably just put them both on C. And then I put Farfetch'd on D. Right? I think you put Farfetch'd on D. Meowth, that's right. He's got that. He's got that going for him, the nostalgia from the show. So it's hard to put him much lower. But I definitely don't want to put Persian on a higher tier than him. I feel nothing. I feel nothing. I don't care. Yeah, the duo is definitely an F. Fucking the duo, man. Or Dodrio. Is that Dodrio and that's the duo? I think that's right. Snorlax S. We'll get to Snorlax in just a second. I think that's probably, yeah, like F and D for them. He's got some decent attacks, but I just don't give a shit about them. Either of them. They're both useless. And then there's Lickitung. Licking things is not a personality. Just in case anyone was under that under that impression. So Lickitung is it's between a D and an F for me. What do you guys think about that? Chansey as well. Chansey's kind of, you got nostalgia for the show and you gotta love a Chansey, but again, do you want it as a Pokemon in the game or anything? No. F, it's uncivilized. What, Lickitung? True. And COVID rules. In COVID times, we can't really appreciate Lickitung anymore, right? You can't just walk up to people and lick them like you used to be able to. So we'll put Lickitung on F. That seems kind of fair. Oh, wow. We're really getting into an interesting final stretch after these next couple. Put that tongue in F. It's there. It's gone. Chansey, though. I do like Chansey. I appreciate Chansey. It's not that useful. But again, it's adorable. You maybe want to give it a C. You maybe want to be nice and give it the C. That's I miss those days. Well, yeah, when you just be able to walk up to people and lick them. I know what you mean. Yeah. Kangaskhan, I'm kind of torn between like a B and a C. Kangaskhan is very hard to take down. It's a lot of HP, but it's only okay. It's really not that great. If you could teach it more different kinds of moves, but I don't really think you can. You can maybe teach it water moves. I'm not sure. But overall, it's probably just a C as well. B? You think B for Kangaskhan, Becca? Maybe. It is very hard to take down. Do I like it as much as a Venusaur? Probably not. Do I like it as much as a Cloyster? Probably not. CB? Yeah. We kind of need more tiers than we have, probably, to be able to judge this. This is why I mark films out of 100 when I do 100 reviews, guys. Gives me plenty of scope there, but I kind of think I'll leave that on C. And I kind of think I'll put Pinsir there as well. I quite like something about Pinsir. Overall, it's not that fantastic, but it's quite good. You never see a low-level Pinsir in the game. That's why I think of some of these kind of ones, these one-off, no evolutions. You just don't see them until late in the game. So they're already quite high level all the time. So maybe that's why I kind of think of them as being quite tough. But yeah, that seems fair. Ditto is literally a little piece of shit. But it's got a cool, different ability. It's unique, which might earn it as much as a C. I'm not really going to put it any higher than a C, probably, but I could put Ditto on C as well. We're just chucking a lot of these normal types on C right here. These ones that don't evolve. I could see Ditto in C. And then Porygon in... Porygon's pretty shitty, right? Ditto C. I'll put Ditto on C. Porygon, though, not behind it. Not with it at all. Who the fuck brings a Porygon in their team of 6, you know? It's just not... No. Snorlax S, the highest of S's. Only one Pokemon is awesome enough to sleep through its battles. Yeah, we're there now, aren't we? This kind of final stretch is all... This is... We've saved some of the big guns here. There are multiple S's in this final bit here. Snorlax. Here's the thing. I wouldn't bring Snorlax in my team to the Elite Four. That's kind of... I would bring any of them. Not really Pikachu, but that's different. You think Snorlax S as well? You have to do it. Snorlax B? I'm kind of thinking more Snorlax A. But you guys seem very determined. I hate Snorlax. Snorlax, you really feel a sense of accomplishment for catching it. That being said, it's in the way for so much of the game. You're right, Ross. You make some good points. It is the only Pokemon cool enough to sleep through its battles and win. It is a bastard to fight. It's so hard to fight. But do you want him on your final 6 team? Probably not. I think I have to leave him in A by my own set of rules. I understand that it is an incredible power move to sleep through your battles and still win. I'd have 6 Snorlax. I don't think you'd beat the Elite Four, unless you train them all up crazy. Crazy levels. But yeah, no. Snorlax is the kind of thing, that's why it's really good when you first see him. But by the time you get to the Elite Four, you have to have done a crazy amount of grinding to train him up to a level where he's actually that much help against them. So I'll probably leave him on A. But Snorlax is great. You gotta love Snorlax. He's just so fucking weird. No. What a flex, though. It's true. It's true. What do you guys think about the legendary birds? I have less opinion on this than I do with the evolutions. I kind of probably do favor Vaporeon in the evolutions. When it comes to the birds, I don't really have a favorite, I don't think. So they might all end up on the same tier. Is that tier just S tier because they're so... Put them in B? I'm probably not putting them in B. All A? Honestly, all B? Becca, really? They're... You never see them weak. They're all legendary. It feels like such an accomplishment. It's such an accomplishment to catch any of them. Below Snorlax. I don't have a favorite. If I happen to catch one, there's a chance it ends up in my final Pokemon League team, but it's unlikely generally. They're... Okay, I think I'm going to put them all on A. I don't think I'm going to put any of them below A, really, because they're all really, really tough. But I don't have one in particular I want to put on S, and I'm not going to put them all on S. So that's fair. Zapdos is crap? I don't think so. Zapdos is good, but there also just aren't that many options in terms of electric types in Generation 1. If you don't get yourself a Pikachu, and you don't evolve your Eevee into a Jolteon, what are you going to bring to the Elite Four if you want an electric type? Electabuzz, you know? You want a Zapdos in that case. Much more so than Moltres is your fire choice of type, or Articuno is your water choice of type. No, I'm just going to... Could you put Snorlax at the start of A? I mean, they're not really in any kind of order, but sure, if that would make you happy. I'm pretty... Yeah. Let's just get this out of the way. Yeah. If you're bringing a normally kind of type with you to the Elite Four, it should be Dragonite. It's so good. It's so good. Like the first of all the A's, like he'd be on your sub bench. Yeah. No, I could see that. Snorlax is definitely one you'd always consider, but you never quite want him in the final 6 for me. Dragonite, however, if you can get yourself a Dragonite, I want him in my team. I love him. He's just the mighty dragon, but he also looks kind of adorable. He's got everything going for him. I love Dragonite. I really love him. That being said, you don't get a lot of the great moves and stuff until you actually level him up into Dragonite, I think. Dragonite's also the most unachievable in a way, because I think the level at which a Dragonair becomes a Dragonite is higher than the level at which anything else evolves in Generation 1. In Fire Red. Or Red. So I don't think A for Dragonair. I think maybe B for Dragonair. That kind of seems fair. Kind of B for Dragonair. And then maybe C for Dratini. I like Dratini a lot. He's kind of adorable. He's got the adorable thing going for him that lands USC place here. So I kind of think that's fair. C, B, and then S, because it's fucking Dragonite. It's fucking Dragonite. Everything about Dragonite is great. In the first Pokemon film, there was a Dragonite that was just a mailman. He just flies around and gives things to Ash. You gotta love Dragonite, guys. Everything about Dragonite is great. If I had to pick one Pokemon out of any of the 151, it would maybe be Dragonite. Blastoise, Dragonite are probably my top 2 out of all 151, honestly. And then what do you guys think about these guys? We're done. We're there. 150 and 151. These two. I mean, I don't think I've ever actually caught either of them in the game. They must be pretty badass. But if you were able, which you're not, to bring one of them on your team to the Elite Four, you probably, just because he's adorable, you want Mew, right? Mewtwo is kind of daddy dom. But S for both of them? I think I'll put Mew on S. I'm not convinced about Mewtwo. The fact that he controlled everybody and was the supervillain of the film makes me think maybe he does just deserve the status symbol power move of an S, but I'm not entirely sure. What do you guys think? S or A for Mew 2 to finish us off? He's the 151th. Wow, no, both S? You think both S? Alright, fuck it. Alright. They are the super ultimate legendary things. There you go, guys. We're finished. And that does seem fair enough to me. If I had to pick out a team that I can actually bring to the Elite Four, separating out across different types, I would probably bring something like Blastoise, Vileplume, Charizard, Gyarados, Rhydon, Gengar. And if I can get a Dragonite, I'll bring him in place of one of them. Probably like the Gyarados, just because you still get the Dragon type, but it's Dragonite. And you've already got water for Blastoise. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. I think that's fair enough. I do agree with my S tier. I think that checks out. And I pretty much agree with this F tier as well. Look at them. that is a garbage list. If you told me I could only take ones from that to play the game, oh no. Oh no. S for this video, thank you so much. Snorlax decided to go to A, he wanted to sleep rather than join your team. See, that's the thing. Snorlax just doesn't want to be on my team. He's chill. He's too chill for Elite Four. But yeah. Thank you guys so much. I really hope you enjoyed. I thank you so much for involving yourselves enough in chat to really give me a bit of an argument on some of these. Thank you so much for that. And let me know if you have any final ideas before I stop for the day, what else you'd like to see me do. I like the idea of doing this every Wednesday around this time. Probably shorter ones generally. They only need to be an hour, or an hour and a half. This is a particularly long one because there were so many entries, but there will be less for whatever we do next. I had some other ideas, and there's fun other ideas. You can look at what templates are already here so that I don't have to make ones for different things. You guys did seem passionate about ranking the flags, or else you still want that one. Maybe I'll do that next week. It's not exactly kind of movie or TV focused, but these don't have to be. These can be for anything. And that is another long one, probably. There's only 194. Every Disney movie. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. That's another good one, definitely. Yeah, those are some great ideas. But let me know. Let me know what else you guys would like to see in the comments, if you think of them after the stream or whatever. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I think that's fair enough. I totally agree with our assessment of pretty much everything here. Superheroes? What kind of superhero one? Like every Marvel hero? God, it depends how deep you go into comic lore on that one. But yeah, I mean, we can do these for anything, and it'll be fun just to sit down and it's very chill kind of stream, despite all the arguing. Worst Disney film is Toy Story 4. It's not. You're lying. You're lying to yourself. It's also a Pixar film, technically. But so I'm done. I'm good for the day. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to go eat, rest my voice slightly. I feel like I talked more than I do for gaming streams here. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I will see you later.